Right, so everything's good. Passed the MOT. In fact, he didn't say anything about the repair at all, so I'm assuming the bloke was very happy with it. Yeah, passed the MOT, all good. I'm just going to put the ply lining back into it. I took the ply lining out so I could get to both sides when I was straightening it out. You might be able to see that I've put some spray grease up on the inside there. I've not bothered painting the inside, there's no point in the slightest. So I just put a load of spray grease up on the inside and put the ply lining over the top of that. And the other job I'd like to do is put a tow bar. I brought a tow about 18 months ago. Brought a tow bar for it. Sat on it for about 5-6 months, and I was just about to fit it, and it got written off. So we'll actually do that because I've got a couple of jobs I need to do with that tow bar as well. So it's a nice day for it, nice afternoon for it. Right, well, ply line's back in. It actually went in quite nicely. I managed to reuse virtually all the original holes. There's only 2 screws I had to make new holes for. Everything else went in beautifully. I'm not going to bother with the wheel arch cover laid down there by the door. I'm not going to bother with that. The other one disappeared years ago, and that one fell out. I'm just going to leave it out. I'm not going to bother with that. You can see the damage down here from where the car went in and pushed this all up. It even bent the floor at one point. Anyway, so that's that little job done. On to the next one, which will be the tow bar, which I've got up here. And all the other bits to go with it. So that's the next job. Right, so I've got so I've got the instructions for the tow bar. It's up the end there. And first job I've got to do is to remove this tow bar, this towing eye. I think it's because, I don't know how you can see that, but I think it's because you've got 2 mounting bolts here, and you've got these 2 that go for the chassis, and I think the tow bars will be partly bolted onto that. So I'm going to get a couple of sockets and see how this comes undone. It's not been touched for over 20 years, so I suspect these 2, you kind of just want these 2 to snap. They snap, and it makes life easier then. But we'll see what happens. One. 2. Right, so I've just been getting myself organised. Got all the plates out that I need to fit to the chassis, and organising the nuts and bolts I've got. Going through the instructions again. I've also spent a bit of time underneath cleaning where I'm going to be bolting it to, and giving it a thick layer of grease to help prevent any future rust or rust jacking. So I'm just going to sort out bolting all these plates on and see how we get on. Right, it's got a slight issue already, and that is the exhaust in the way. Fortunately, that's no hardship. I'll quickly nip the end off, and then I'll get the rest of the holes to line up. Right, well we're in. That's what I've got so far. So I've trimmed the tip off the exhaust. That's in. The only slight issue is when I actually bolt the tow bar itself on, I might have to do a bit more of this to get the metal to sit in, depending what movement I've got on that. I might have to trim it back a couple more inches. It doesn't actually matter. I think legally the exhaust just had to get past where the occupants sit, and this has got a bulkhead in it, so if I really wanted to I could have it coming out the side, but I'm not. I'm just going to probably just trim it back a bit further. So right, get the side trucked on, see what it looks like. Right, so here we are so far. This is the instructions I've got, and to me it shows a place going on the outside, and then it all bolts onto that. But in reality, as I found out when I did go to put this on, they don't go on the outside like it did have it, they actually go on the inside. So I've done that. So that bit's all loosely bolted on. Next bit is to manipulate this slightly and get that bolted on. And then once that's all done, I can then do it all up tight and put the electrics on. It's a shame I didn't spot that earlier, because I wouldn't have needed to, because obviously I trimmed that up a minute ago, which I didn't actually need to do, but that's alright, it's not really noticeable, doesn't affect anything, so I can stay exactly as it is. So something I found is that the kit, in my mind, doesn't come with enough washers. It comes with a bunch of these rubbish little things, but only a handful of proper washers. I'm about 4 washers at least too short, so what I'm going to do, these washers are big enough, got enough meat on them, but they've not got enough, the internal diameter's not big enough. So I'm just going to draw these out so I can use those for the things I just, yeah, I don't trust those, just don't. Probably should use a cutting agent on that, but never mind. Nope, that'll do. This is fitting okay at the moment. It's a bit, it's not quite exact, but to be fair, they do say in the instructions fit it all loose and then tighten it afterwards. That'd be why. Chuck my couple of handmade washers on. Because I've got a bit of OCD. Right. Almost there. Got to do the same with this side now. Get that to fit in. Might be slightly more difficult because to get that one in, because this is the side that got hit by that car, and I think this has actually moved forward just a little touch. So I have to see what I can do with this side. Right, well, we're about there now. I managed to get all the bolts in. This is probably the worst one, but I'm hoping once I've zapped it all up, it will pull in quite nicely. So yeah, next little job, do everything up tight, see how it sits, and then yeah, I just need to make sure I don't get carried away up here, because I've had this before, I've gotten carried away, and all you do is you end up pulling those into the chassis. So these ones I can do up nice and tight, those ones I just need a bit more gentle with. Right, so now all the bolts are done up. I'm quite happy with how that's done up actually. Next little job is the actual tow bar itself, which I've got here, along with the plate for the electrics. It's quite good actually, because on the back of this, it tells you what the let me adjust this quickly. It tells you what the torque settings are. So got to go up to 240 Newton meters, which should be too bad. I'll check this on quickly. Right, I'm going to go for the bottom holes on this, because back of this van being rear wheel drive, it does sit quite proud at the back, so we'll go for the bottom holes. Placement of the bolts. There it is. Not far too far away, too carried away. So make sure I can get the electrics on there all right. Oh, the electric come with their own plate though. It's a little touch. It's a little touch on this. Comes with, if I can get this undone, the same plate. So quickly track that on. Again, put a load of grease on. Just go I suppose. He's got these rubbish grippy washers. I'm not keen on these. Put off this one. Put off this one. I'll torque that up properly in a bit. For a minute, so I'll make sure it fits and get the electrics on. I think there's another set of instructions for that as well. Oh, I recognise those. Audible monitor. What on earth is that about? P.F. Jones, wired socket and audible monitor. Let's have a read up of this first. Right, well, I managed to get the wiring about right. Took a little while to figure it out. Like with everything else, it wasn't exactly the best of instructions, but managed to figure it out. The only thing I have done is it came with this little warning buzzer. Completely ignored that. I really don't want a buzzer going off at me, and I didn't bother using these little snap connectors because I've heard mixed reviews about these, especially their longevity. So the wiring, literally, I come under here, and if I can get myself, oof, excuse the sky. Right, so I need to tidy this up, but there's all the massive wiring. So you got left hand side light, right hand side light, brake lights which I've taken off the left hand feed, left hand right hand indicator, rear fog, no reverse, don't have a reverse on the 7-pin, but that's perfect, so that'll work perfectly. Just testing it on this little old trailer from 1987, sorry. Another family heirloom from my granddad. Anyway, that's probably about as far as I'm going to get for this. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.